What's up, people? Welcome to the session. I hope all of you guys are doing fantastically well. Your exam dates are out, guys. Now is the time that you work even more harder, put in your 100% effort. So, to help you guys out, we have started with the Sprint X series. This is going to be the first session for Sprint X series for physics, where we'll be starting off with light chapter and then we'll move on to human eye and colorful world. My name is Anoop. I am a master teacher of physics here at Vedantu. I hope all of you guys are doing fantastically well. I hope all of your preparations are going really good. So this is how the session plan is going to be for Sprint X series. Now let me tell you what Sprint X series is. So Sprint X series is nothing but a series where we'll be doing the entire revision in the sense that I'll be asking you a lot of quiz questions. A lot of questions would be there in the Sprint X series, which time and again, in fact, even in the previous year, the same questions were asked in board exams also. The questions that were there in Sprint X were asked in board exams as well. So those are the kind of questions that you'll be getting in Sprint X series. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you guys are enjoying the video so far, and make sure that you hit the bell icon as well so that you're notified of all of the Sprint X series that's going to come in the future. So yes, today we'll be starting off with reflection and spherical mirrors. In the next session, we'll talk about mirror formula, that is your numericals and also magnification formula. We'll be solving a lot of numericals on reflection. Then we'll go to refractive index and refraction, and then we'll also solve some numericals based on that. So once again, people, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, hit that red button, because we are going to come up with lots and lots of Sprint X series for class 10s for your preparations for your boards. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, right? So this is what the schedule is going to be. So physics, guys, it'll be on 21st of October, which is today. That is your the video that you're watching right now. The next one is going to be on 24th of October. That will be light 2. And on 28th of October, you would have human eye and colorful world. And all of the sessions would be premiered exactly at 3 p.m. So make sure that you guys are here in front of the screen exactly at 3 p.m. So this is the schedule for mathematics. You can see that our very own Gopal sir is putting in a lot of effort over here. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for that as well, guys. Real numbers, polynomials, pair of linear equations. You can download the entire notes later and check out the schedule for yourself. For biology, we have Maria ma'am. She'll be taking up nutrition, respiration, transportation, and excretion. For chemistry, we have Shilpi ma'am, chemical reactions and equations, acid, base, and salt 1 and 2, and metals and non-metals. And finally, we also have Shweta ma'am with English, who will be teaching you all of these concepts, all of these chapters in the next couple of days. Again, guys, do not forget to subscribe, because we have a lot. You can see that there's a ton of things that is coming on your way, which would help you in your term 1 preparations, right? So let's get started, guys. By the way, we also have SST. Oh, how can I forget Chintu sir? Obviously, we'll have Chintu sir also. We'll have our very own Ananya sir teaching you SST, and those are all the dates that your exams that is your, the sessions are going to come out in. All right, it's going to be premiered on these days. So be sure to check out the schedules and make sure that you stick to the channel for the next couple of days. Right, let's begin. Right now, in today's session, guys, what I've done is that I've divided the session into three sections, right? I have section A, which are like bleh questions, like bleh 1 mark questions, very simple, very straightforward. It's all like after every question you can say this bleh. That's how easy those questions are. The second round is going to be, that is a second section B, would have a little bit of numericals. It'll have a little bit of assertion reasoning type questions. So you can call that as a sweaty round, right? It's going to be a little sweaty, when it goes to the second round. And the third round would be that's all. That's all. That's all. I mean, the last round, section C, would be basically your case study based questions, and it is going to be super duper easy. But yeah, we have all types of questions here. We have super easy questions and medium level questions and hard level questions also. So make sure you solve each and every question with 100% attention, and let me know in the chat box after every section how many questions were you able to answer out of the questions that were asked. Out of how many of the questions were asked, how many of the questions did you get it right? Now, let me tell you one thing, guys. Sprint X is not a marathon. Sprint X is not a marathon. Let me tell you what I mean by that. For example, if I have a question like this one, let's say that there is a question that is given to you. In your examinations, you can take up to 1 minute to solve this question. But this is not marathon. This is a sprint tech session. You will have to solve this question in 30 seconds. Now, I might not give you 30 seconds. What you can do is pause the video after the question and answer the question, but make sure that you time yourself. Make sure you try to solve it within the 30 seconds so that you're able to answer it faster in your examinations also. Right? So with that said, guys, let's get into the first question. Here is the first question on your screens right now. Light waves require air or other gas to travel through, require an electric field to travel through, require a magnetic field to travel through, or can travel through even in perfect vacuum. Super easy question, isn't it? I think you guys have already put down the answers. If you haven't, pause the video and put down the answer. But I'm going to tell you the answers for this question in 3, 2, 1. Super damn easy, guys. This is definitely going to be option number D. Light does not require a medium to travel. It's an electromagnetic wave. It's not like sound, which is a mechanical wave. Light is an electromagnetic wave, which means that it does not require a medium. It can travel even in vacuum. Like I told you, blah. That's all. First question, done and dusted. Let me know if you guys got it right. All right? Let me know in the chat box if you guys got it right. Second question. Again, 1 minute in your examination. Sprint X, 30 seconds, not more than that. Here's the question. Which statement best describes the property of light wave illustrated in the diagram below? So I think you would have already figured out the answer just by looking at the image. If you haven't, what are you doing? The exams are another 1.5 month left. Okay, you have another 1.5 month left for your physics exam, for your science exam. So make sure you get this right. Here's the question. Some materials absorb light rays or light waves. Some materials refracted by some materials. Light waves are refracted by some materials. Light waves are emitted by some materials. What do you think this picture that you see on your screen represents or illustrates? Very straightforward, very easy question. I'll answer the question in 3, 2, 1. I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough. You've already put on the answer. So I'm going to go ahead and give it, guys. The answer is option number C. This is nothing but an illustration of refraction of light. That is when light enters from one medium to another, the bending of ray of light, that is what is called as refraction, and that's exactly what you see over here. That is the reason that the pencil looks a little bent. Why? Because of refraction of light. There's no other reason, right? It's not that some materials are refracted by other materials. How does that even make sense? It's a light ray that is getting refracted. That is why. It's not the pencil is actually bending, right? It says that it appears to be bent. Why? Because of refraction. Super easy question, like I told you. Blah. Third question. Let's take a look at the third question. Again, guys, super duper easy. The question is this. The image of an object placed in front of a convex mirror is formed at the object itself, twice the distance of the object in front of the mirror, half the distance of the object in front of the mirror, or behind the mirror. Let me repeat the question. The image of an object placed in front of a convex mirror is formed at the object itself, twice the distance of the object in front of the mirror, half the distance of the object in front of the mirror, or behind the mirror. It's a convex mirror. It's a convex mirror. 30 seconds, that's all. 1 minute in your exam. I don't think you need 1 minute to answer this question. However, I'm going to give the answer, guys. Put down the chat box. Put it down in the chat box. Immediately put on the answer in the chat box. I'm pretty sure you're given the right answer. Congratulations if you did. If you haven't, the answer in 3, 2, 1 is behind the mirror, because a convex mirror, guys, will always form a virtual image, and all virtual images will be formed behind the mirror in the case of reflection. So it's going to be behind the mirror. Super easy, isn't it? Blah. Like I told you. Fourth question. Now, guys, also let me know, out of these 3 questions, how many of you guys have given all the 3 questions right? In the chat box, immediately let me know how many of you guys got all 3 questions right, or how many of you guys got 2 or even 1 question right. Let me know. Be honest. There's no judgment here. It's just for you to, see your progress, to check your progress. Wherever you're going wrong, go back to your textbook, read that part and clear the concept. That is what learning from your mistake means, right? Learning from your mistake is nothing but correcting your mistakes. So wherever you're going wrong, correct those mistakes, go back and go through that topic and correct that mistake. All right, fourth question, guys. Again, 1 minute in your examination, 30 seconds in sprint X. Here we go. An object is placed at the radius of curvature of a concave spherical mirror. The image formed at the mirror by the mirror is located at the focal length of the mirror, located between the focal point and the radius of curvature of the mirror, located at the center of curvature of the mirror, or located beyond the center of curvature of the mirror. What an easy question. An object that is placed at the radius of curvature where would the image be formed? In 3, 2, 1. You know the answer. Put it on the chat box. You must know the answer. It is going to be the center of curvature. Because if an object is placed exactly at the radius of curvature, that means that the object is placed exactly at center of curvature. That is what it means. The distance from the center of curvature to the pole, that is nothing but the radius of curvature. So if the object is placed at center of curvature, image will also be formed at center of curvature. What an easy question, isn't it? Bleh. Like I told you, fourth question, done and dusted. Moving on to the fifth one, guys. I hope that all of you guys are giving the right answer. In the chat box, keep spamming if you have to, but always get the right answer. That is what matters. All right. Fifth question. How is light affected by an increase in the index of refraction or refractive index? If the refractive index increases, what would the effect on light be? Would its frequency increase? Would its frequency decrease? Its speed would increase or its speed would decrease? What an easy question. I'm sure that some of you guys might go wrong here. I don't know, for some, I have this gut feeling, this instinct that is telling me that some of you guys might go wrong. It's a 1 minute question in your board exam with 30 seconds in sprint text. I'm going to give you the answer in 5 seconds. If you want more time, pause the video, give the answer. Pause the video, give the answer. All right. But do not copy, do not cheat. Be true to yourself. In 3, 2, 1, the answer, guys, is going to be option number D. Let me tell you why. Because, guys, as the refractive index increases, the speed of light would decrease. The more, see, a denser medium would have greater refractive index. More the density of the medium, lesser would be the speed of light, more would be the bending of light in that medium. So that means that the speed would decrease, but the frequency would remain unchanged. Because why? Frequency is something which depends on the source of the light. For example, if I say that I'm taking a white light that is coming from the sun, the source of the light, the sun's frequency or the source of the frequency is the source of the light is what frequency dependent on. Frequency does not depend on the medium that it's traveling in. It only depends on the source of the light. If I'm using a bulb, the bulb's frequency is what I'm taking, not the medium that the light is traveling in. All right. So the answer would be option number D, which means that the speed is going to decrease. What an easy question, isn't it? Again, guys, let me know in the chat box. Out of these 5 questions that we have done so far, how many of you guys have gotten all 5 questions right in the chat box? Put it down, 30 seconds. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's go to the 6th question. But before that, let me know. Yeah, awesome. Good one, guys. Good one. Keep it up. Now, again, wherever you're going wrong, make a mental note of that and go back to your textbook, read those topics one more time and try to correct your mistakes. All right. With that said, guys, moving on to the 6th question now. Absolute refractive index of any medium is always less than 1, greater than 1, equal to 1, or is it 0? What an easy question again, guys. What? Like I told you, all these questions are blay. That's all. It's all blay. All these questions. That's why I named this round as the blay round, because it's that easy. It's that easy. It's that straightforward. No need for you to think. No need for you to calculate. Nothing. You just, if you know the concepts, you can directly give the answer in less than 10 seconds. Anyways, what do you think is the right answer? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, put it down in the chat box. People, chat box, in the comment section, chat box, just spam it. Let me know if you guys got it right. And also in the comment section, let me know how many of you guys got all the questions right. How many of you guys got all the questions right? Whoever gets all the questions right, next session, I'll put up your name in the start of the session just to, show that appreciation because you guys are doing amazingly well or going in the right track. All right. Let me know in the comment section. All right. Anyways, the answer to this question, guys, is always going to be greater than 1. Because, guys, what is absolute refractive index? Absolute refractive index is nothing but the speed of light in vacuum divided by the speed of light in that medium. Now, whichever medium you take, the speed of light in that medium would be less than the speed of light in vacuum because light travels the fastest in vacuum, isn't it? So the ratio will always be greater than 1. Even if you talk about air, the refractive index of air, the speed, if you talk about the absolute refractive index of air, that's 3 into 10 to the power of 8, that is speed of light in vacuum, divided by the speed of light in air, which is nothing but 2.99 into 10 to the power of 8. So if you divide this, guys, you'll get it as 1.0003, which is still greater than 1. It's still greater than 1. Air is the rarest medium that we know of. Even in that, the refractive index is greater than 1. The refractive index of any medium for that matter cannot be less than 1 because when you talk about absolute refractive index, we are comparing it with vacuum, the speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in that medium. So that is the answer for the 6th question. I hope you got this right, guys. Again, people, whatever questions you got wrong, Keep a mental note of that and make sure you correct those mistakes. Go back to the textbooks and read that topic and make it very, very clear in your mind. Because if you're doing this mistake over here, if you don't correct it now, you'll repeat the same mistakes in your exams. The same fundamental mistakes, you'll make it in your examinations as well. And I don't want to see any one of you guys losing marks just for this simple fundamental questions, right? Okay, guys, let me know. 6 questions done. How many of you guys gotten all the questions right? Let me know in the chat box. All right. In the meantime, guys, let's go on to section B, the sweaty round. This is going to be a little sweaty because we have a lot of numericals over here. We have a lot of assertion reasoning type questions. I hope you guys are ready for this mentally and physically. I'm going to go ahead with the section B questions. Again, here you're going to get a little bit more time. So in your examinations, you can take up to 2 to 3 minutes, but it's sprint time, so we'll try to do it in less than 1 minute. We'll try our best to do it in 1 minute or 1 to 2 minutes. Definitely not more than 2 minutes, right? So here is your first question for section B, which in total is the 7th question. The refractive index of dense flint glass is 1.65, and that for alcohol, it is 1.36 with respect to air. Then the refractive index of flint glass with respect to alcohol is what? Options are 1.31, 1.21, 1.11, or 1.01. Let's go, guys. Such an easy question. I hope you guys have started. You guys have noted down all the important values and you've started with the calculation. Again, if you need more time, pause the video and then give the answer. In the meantime, let me also start from my side. All right. So refractive index of flint glass, I'll write it as NF. All right. Flint glass is 1.65. The refractive index of alcohol, right? The alcohol, yeah. Alcohol is given as 1.36. And A is nothing but refractive index of alcohol. I'm trying to find out the relative refractive index. So I want to find out the refractive index of flint glass with respect to alcohol. So what will it be? It is nothing but refractive index of flint glass divided by the refractive index of alcohol, which is nothing but 1.65 divided by 1.36. Multiply into 100 into 100. So what do you get? 165 divided by 136. If you calculate this, if you simplify this, you will get the answer as 1.21. So the answer to this question would be option number B. I'm pretty sure you guys can do the division part. 165 divided by 136. I'm guessing that you guys already know how to do it. So with that said, guys, the answer to this question would be 1.31. What an easy question, isn't it? But yeah, it's a little, for all those who are, I know that a lot of you guys are confused about refractive index wala concept. I have already made one amazing video on refractive index alone. Check that out. Go to the video section, go to physics. You can find out the entire playlist. Go to refractive index and check that video. Trust me, guys, you'll understand everything that you need to understand about refractive index, both relative and absolute. Check that video out. All right. Okay. Let's go on to the next question, right? So that is the answer. It will be 1.21. Let's go to the 8th question now. Again, 2 to 3 minutes. It's a numerical, but 2 minutes is what we're going to aim for. Let's try to go ahead and do this, guys. Again, if you need more time, pause the video. Let me know what is the answer in the chat box. Here's the question. An object 5 centimeter in length is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a convex mirror of radius of curvature 20 centimeter. It's off, not or. The position of the image is, what would be the position of the image? Options are 8.57 centimeters, 9.10 centimeters, 8.15 centimeters, or 9.15 centimeters. They have given you all the data that you required. Figure out what would be the position of the image. Again, pause the video. You have 2 minutes time, 3 to 5 minutes in your examinations, but sprint will do it less than 2 minutes. Let's quickly do it, guys. Now, what is given to you guys? Object distance is given. It's a convex mirror. Object distance is given as minus 20 centimeters. Object distance always minus. The radius of curvature is given as 30 centimeters. That means that what will be the focal length then? F is equal to R by 2, which is nothing but 15 centimeters. It'll be plus 15. Why? It's a convex mirror. In a convex mirror, the radius of curvature and center of curvature would lie behind the mirror. The focal length and center of curvature lies behind the mirror. So it's going to be plus 15 centimeters. Now that you have gotten all the values that you required, use your mirror formula. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. 1 by V plus 1 by minus 20 is equal to 1 by 15. Take this to the other side. What will you get? You can get this as 1 by V is equal to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20. Find out the LCM. I think 60 would be the LCM here. So multiply this into 4 into no, into 3, right? 3. Into 3 and into 4. So that will be how much? 1 by V is equal to 4 plus 3 divided by 60. 15 into 4 is 60 and 20 into 3 is also 60. So that's 7 by 60. That is 1 by V. So what is V equal to? 60 divided by 7. Simplify this, you will get the answer as 8.57 centimeters. Less than 2 minutes. That's how easy it is, people. That's it. You just need to figure out what is given. Now, this is just a distraction here. See, if they had asked you for to find out the magnification, or if they asked you, find out the size of the image or anything, in that case, you could have, used the height of the object. But here it's just a red herring. It's just a distraction. So you don't have to worry about that at all. If in the question they had mentioned, figure out the magnification or something like that, then you could have used it. Here, that is nothing. There's nothing like that asked. They are just asking for the image position. So just find out V and get the answer. 8.57 centimeters. And again, it's plus 8.57. Why? Because it lies behind the mirror. It's a convex mirror, no? So image will be found behind the mirror. Easy question, isn't it? Super easy, people. 8th question, done and dusted. Let's go on to the 9th question again. 2 to 3 minutes in your examinations. But this is sprinting, so let's do it in less than 2. I don't think you need even 2 minutes for this. This one requires 30 seconds. Not even 30 seconds. 10 seconds you can figure out the answer. The question is this. The path of a ray of light coming from air passing through a rectangular glass slab traced by 4 students are shown in the figure. Which one of them is correct? Oh my, come on guys, come on. How much more easier can this get? How much more easier can this get, guys? It's a 1-mark question. Super duper easy. The answer is definitely going to be option number B. There's no doubt, because in a rectangular glass slab, the ray of light undergoes refraction twice. First time, it's going to go towards a normal. Let me just use a different color here. It has to go towards the normal. So that is the first refraction, and then it's going to go away from the normal. And the emergent ray is going to be parallel to the incident ray. So the answer to this question, guys, would be option number B. No doubt. Without a doubt, it's going to be option number B. I mean, is that worth 2 minutes? I really don't think so. That's less than 30 seconds. All right, moving on to the 10th question now. Let's go to the 10th question now. Here is an assertion reasoning type question. Now, people, when you're practicing for your boards, make sure that you're practicing both all 3 types: case study based question, assertion reasoning type questions, and MCQs. Now, when I say MCQs, it can involve your numericals, it can involve your theory questions, but whatever it is, practice all the 3 types of questions. And also, immediately let me know, 9 questions done so far. How many have you gotten right? How many of you guys have gotten all the 9 questions right? How many of you guys have made mistakes here and there and have gotten 4 or 5? Let me know whatever the number is. Let me know in the chat box. How many of you guys have gotten all the questions right? And all the other, how many of you guys have gotten questions right? All right. How many did you get it wrong? How did you get it right? All right. 10th question, guys. The 10th question. Here it is. The assertion is radius of curvature of a spherical minor. All right, mirror. Sorry, it's a mirror. All right, radius of curvature of a spherical mirror is half of its focal length. Reason is a ray of light incident parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the center of curvature. Options are both assertion and reason is true. Reason is the correct explanation for assertion. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. Assertion is true, but reason is false, or both assertion and reason are false. 2 to 3 minutes in your examinations. 2 minutes. I'm going to tell you that it takes less than 30 seconds. I'll tell you honestly, it takes less than 30 seconds to answer this question. But nonetheless, read the statement carefully. If you need more time, pause the video and then read it once again. Assertion is radius of curvature of a spherical mirror is half its focal length. Reason is a ray of light incident parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through C. The answer in 3 and 2 and 1 is option number D. It has to be option number D, guys. I thought this round was supposed to be sweaty round, but it's not even close to what this stands for. I mean, what it represents. That was as easy as it gets. Guys, radius of curvature is never half the focal length. It's twice the focal length. Focal length is half the radius of curvature. And a ray of light which is parallel to principal axis after reflection passes through the focus, not the center of curvature. It passes through the focus. So both that is assertion and reason, are false. All right. Now, before we go to the next question, guys, let me ask you this question. Do you want to score 100% marks? Do you want to gain 100% knowledge in all of the topics that you have for your board exams? If the answer for that question is yes, then here's an opportunity for you guys to enroll into Vedantu's crash courses. Now, these term one crash courses are designed such a way that your entire revision for all the 6 subjects, physics, chemistry, bio, math, English, social science, all 6 subjects, entire revision with practice for your term one. That is the questions that you require for your term one preparations, be it MCQ based questions, be it assertion reasoning type, be it state case study questions, everything included. Our organization, or Vedantu, is one of the very first organization to change, or in fact to give practice for MCQ questions from a very, very long time. Because in every session, guys, you have quizzes. In every single session, you'll have quizzes. Let me just tell you how it really works. You will have the entire, recordings available for you. So this is all the sessions that happened throughout the entire year. You can go through any session at any point of time, whenever you want, right? Now, let's say that you click on the replay button. You will find out the entire replay. Now, in the replay, you can check out the entire session, and those, you can see that you will have quizzes in the sessions. You will have quizzes which will help you to prepare for your term one examinations. And the quizzes are, again, phenomenally well done, because it is going to give you good practice for your board exam preparations. With that, guys, you can also get unmuted and get your doubts solved. We can see that over here, no? So you can pose the doubts.
How do that?
Sorry for that. Yeah. So you can see that now. You can actually get unmuted. So that was basically a student talking to me. You can actually talk to the teacher, which is not a feature on YouTube. You can actually talk to the teacher and get your doubt solved right there and then. You don't have to carry that doubt forward to another session, or take it with you to the grave. Because I know that a lot of you guys still have doubts which you have studied in your 8th standard and 9th standard. That will not happen here, because all of your doubts will be cleared inside the session itself. You will have fastest fingers list. For every question, you'll have fastest fingers list. After every question, you'll also have the leaderboards as well. This leaderboard is a way to motivate yourself to be better, to push yourself, to push your limit, so that you guys can get to the to answer the questions much more faster, so that you can do much more better in your board exams. Because you know that there's only 90 minutes in your board exams, and the faster you answer, the better, or the more time you can spend on questions that you do not know. So you can improve your speed using those quiz times. Apart from that, you look at this one, guys. Look at this one. This is the best part. In the previous session, this session happened on 19th, right? I'm recording this video on 20th. In that session, there were 200 questions asked, and all of those 200 questions were answered. Not only by me, but with me, there will also be someone called as a class teacher. If you look over here, you have something called as a doubts panel, right? If you click on the doubts panel, you'll have a separate set of teachers behind the scene to help you clear all of your doubts. All of this for a very, 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 very nominal cost, guys. And with that, you can even download the entire notes. Everything that was written on the board can be downloaded, and you can refer to it whenever you want. Again, a feature that is not there on YouTube. You can download the entire notes and refer to it wherever you want. So how do you enroll? It's very simple, guys. So this is one of the videos that came out very recently. This was a video that came out yesterday. That is the day that I'm recording the video, the day before that, right? So what you have to do is, guys, go to CBSE Term 1 Crash Course. This link is all that you need to enroll into the Term 1 Crash Course. And let me tell you this, guys. The entire school preparations, that is your revision, with your entire course, all of the chapters for your Term 1 examination, with micro course, everything included, for just 4,500 rupees. For just 4,500. And it's not a 1-month course. It's not a 1-month course. It's not a 1-week course. It is a course until the end of your term 1. 2 months, 3 months, whenever your term 1 ends, until then you will have it for a nominal cost of just 4,500 rupees. All of the features that I just talked about every single day. Imagine how much fun you'll have learning these concepts with us on the Vedantu platform. right guys? And if you go for the classic program, the classic is nothing but where you can also download the Vedantu's app. So you'll have the Vedantu app, you can download the app and get your doubts out even in the app as well. So when you're studying a concept, let's say you are finding something hard, take a photo, send it in the app, they'll solve the answer and send it to you in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And that is just another 400 rupees more, with the cost being 4,950 rupees. At a very, very, very nominal cost. And you guys know the teachers, guys. The teachers are probably the best in the world. You have Amrit sir, Abhishek sir, Surabhi ma'am, all of these kind of the teachers. These are the kind of teachers you'll be dealing with in your term 1 crash course. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go ahead and grab that seat and ace your exams. Ace your exams, because we believe that learning has to be fun. It does not have to be forced. It is not necessary that learning has to be forced. It has to be fun. And we'll make sure that you guys will fall in love with learning, right? We'll make sure that you guys will learn the concepts in a fun and loving manner. Right, guys? So these are the dates that the dates are going to be, the batches are going to be starting. For CBSE, you'll have 11th of October. That is one set of batch that has already started. Another batch will be starting on 8th of November. Even if you want to enroll into this 11th October batch, that is perfectly fine. Whatever you have missed out, you'll be getting the revision for that. So that will be the term 1, so 11th of October. So whatever you missed out, you'll be getting the entire recording for that. So if you take one day of your time, you can go through the entire recording, and whatever you missed out, you can refer that as well. So yeah, the choice is yours. Do not regret it later, because your friends are joining. Why wouldn't you? Your friends are enrolling, and when they get good marks and they say that they were at Vedantu, you would feel bad about it. You'll feel that why didn't you do it, right? All right, guys. With that said, let's go on to the case study based questions, the last and the final section for today. That is section C questions, and this is the round that is called as That's All. You have to add this word all right, because that's a South Indian language, right? So that's all. To call it like that, all right? So this is the last section, which is called as That's All Around, all right? So here is your 11th and the final question, guys. So in a case study based question, you'll be given a paragraph, right? You have to read the paragraph, and based on that paragraph, you'll have roughly about 4 to 5 questions. So here's your paragraph, guys. Now what I would suggest you to do is the first 5 to 10 minutes, the 10 to 15 minutes that is given, there's 15 minutes given before the start of the exams. So that 15 minutes utilize for reading all the questions, including the case study based questions, so you can figure out the answers as you go through. Otherwise, it takes a lot of time to read. Like if you're spending time in between the exam to read the question, that will take a little bit more time, and that is not something that you want to do, right? Because you have 3 subjects, you have physics, chemistry and bio, that you have to finish off in 90 minutes. So you would better utilize that time for something that is even more difficult or something that you do not know of, right? Okay. And also, guys, let me know 10 questions. How many questions you guys got it right until now? 11th question. Let's see who gets all the questions right. Here's the 11th question. A beam of light is incident from our homogeneous medium on a shiny surface of another medium. A part of it is reflected back into the same medium. The return of light into the same medium after striking a surface is called as reflection. The laws of reflection are as following. Let us recall these laws. A is the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. B is the incident ray, the normal, and to the mirror at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie on the same plane. These laws of reflection are applicable for all types of reflecting surfaces, including spherical surfaces. You are familiar with the formation of image by a plane mirror? What are the properties of the image? Image formed by a plane mirror is always virtual and erect. The size of the image is equal to that of the object. The image formed is as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Further, the image is laterally inverted. My God, that is not a paragraph. That is a story. That's like a mini story. If you read this, you'll fall asleep. But yeah, you guys already know the answer for this one because you already know the statement. So I'm going to go ahead of this first question, guys. I hope you guys have read it. But anyways, take your time, pause the video if you have to, and read the paragraph. Let me go on to the first question, right? Here's the first question. It's a 1 mark question again, because all the questions are 1 mark. 2 to 3 minutes is what you get. You can take in your examination, but we'll try to do it in less than 2 minutes because it's Sprint X, right? Sprint X. Here's the question. If the angle of incidence of light or a mirror is 30 degrees, what will be the value of reflection? My God, 3 minutes for this one, 2 minutes for this one. Are you for real? Okay, options are 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, or 90 degrees. Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, what a hard question. So hard. Literally, I'm sweating on the inside. I'm sweating on the inside. That's how hard this question is. My God. Just close your eyes and tell the answer. It's 30 degrees. It is going to be 30 degrees. Guys, because angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection in the case of reflection. So if the angle of incidence is 30 degrees, angle of reflection also has to be 30 degrees. Simple. Easy funda. Second question, 2 minutes for this one also. Option question is, what is the magnification produced by a plane mirror if the size of the object is 24 centimeters? What is the magnification produced by a plane mirror? Options are minus 24, plus 24, minus 1, or plus 1. What will be the value for magnification? Pause the video. Let me know the answer in the chat box. But I'm going to tell you the answer very, very straightforward, guys. M is equal to HI by HO is the formula. HI is 24. See, in the case of plane mirror, object size and the image size would be the same. The height of the image, height of the object would be the same. If the object height is 24 centimeters, image height will also be 24 centimeters. So what will be the magnification? Plus 1. Simple. The plus indicates that it's a virtual and direct image, and also it is of the same size, right? That 1 indicates that it is of the same size. So the answer would be option number D. Super easy, isn't it? 2 minutes for that distance. All right. Another question is 2 to 3 minutes. The 2 minutes sprint takes, trust me, it doesn't take more than 30 seconds. The question is this: which of the following shows a phenomena of reflection? Concave mirror, convex mirror, plane mirror, or all of the above? Like I told you, that's all. This is the kind of questions, people. How easy is that? All right. Which of the following shows a phenomena of reflection? The answer in 3, 2, 1. Chat box. All of the above. All of the above. All of the above. All of the above, people. Let me know, guys. We have done 13 questions so far. Let me know how many of you have gotten all the 13 questions right in the chat box immediately. I'll give you 5 seconds. Let me know how many questions you've gotten right and what and all questions have you got wrong. Again, guys, make a mental note of it. Go back to your textbook, read those topics, and come back and solve it one more time if you have to. All right. The answer, guys, is all of the above, because it doesn't matter if it's a concave mirror or convex mirror or if it's a plane mirror. The reflection would happen in all. If it is a smooth surface, if it is a shiny surface, reflection would definitely happen, even in concave mirror, convex mirror, and plane mirror as well. And that is the end of the last and the final question, guys. 13 questions done. Let me know in the chat box how many of you have gotten all the 13 questions right, and how many of you have gotten about 11, 12 questions. Let me know how many of the questions you got right. Doesn't matter, 5, 10, 15, does not matter. 15, okay, 13. Let me know in the chat box. All right. First of all, guys, a big round of applause to all of you guys for staying till the end and making sure that all of you are, all you guys solving all of the doubts. And by that, guys, we have completed mirror magnification, numericals on mirrors. We have a lot more others that we have done with the AST MCQs also series, guys. So make sure you check that out also out as well. The AST MCQs series has a lot of numericals and a lot of other MCQ based questions, assertion reasoning type case study based questions. So you can check that out as well in order to get more questions out of this, right? So by that, we've completed all 3 topics for today. I'll see you guys in the next session, but also make sure that you put on the homework answers and let me know in the comment section how many questions you got it right. Again, if you've given all the questions right and if you solved the homework question, I will put down your names in the start of the next session. So question is this: velocity of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, while its velocity in a medium is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. What is the refractive index of the medium? Come on, guys. Such an easy question. Go ahead and put down the answer in the comment section. Velocity of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. In the medium is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. What is the refractive index of that particular medium? So that's it, guys. That is it. I will see you in the next session. The next session is going to be on 24th of October. I'll see you then at 3 p.m. Until the next time we meet, this is Anoop signing off for the day. Have a great day ahead. And do not forget to check out the link in the description to change the way that you prepare for your term 1 preparations, right, guys? I know that you guys are doing your best, but there are a few tweaks that you can do. Like, for example, Sachin Tendulkar has scored so many runs, but he still had a coach, right? He still had a coach for every single match. For his batting, he had a coach. For his bowling, he had a coach. For fielding also, he had a coach. Do you think that he did not know how to bat or he did not know how to field? He knew he's one of the best players in the world, but he still had a coach. Why? Because they can figure out even the smaller mistakes and guide you in the right path. And that's exactly what we are just coaches to help you figure out whatever mistakes you're doing, to tweak those mistakes and be the best version of yourself. Right, guys, so yeah, subscribe, hit the like button. See you guys in the next session. Take care of yourself, stay safe. Alvida, people. Until then, this is Anoop signing off for the day. Have a great day ahead and good luck for your examinations. See you soon. Bye bye.